Your bone's on fire.
What?
Hello, I'm Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking. Tonight on our wonderful YouTube channel, we're gonna make a leg of lamb. But we're not gonna cook it traditionally. Here's the leg. I got it on a manager special. If you're interested in learning more about manager specials, click here on the leg.
We can't do those anymore.
Why? Apparently, YouTube removed my ability to tell you to click here and us actually show you the video. But if you want to learn more about manager specials, you can click this cue card. Is that what it's called? Card. Only cards. Thanks, YouTube. So, leg of lamb is what it sounds like. And instead of cooking like a traditional leg of lamb, which would just be roasty toasty in an oven, and then like you serve it with a mint sauce, you eat it for Easter. The reason I got this on clearance was that it's past Easter. So yeah, it's still good. It had plenty of days left in its life, this leg of lamb. I was inspired to cook this because I wanted to replicate literally my favorite night of work as an actual professional cook, which was with my dear friend Charles. Well, Charles is from Kenya, and he's an African man who had this sweet ponytail that like shot straight back out of his head, and he usually wore gator skin or snake skin boots. He brought in a leg of goat, and he was telling me that like, you know, back in Kenya, what they would do on the weekends, or maybe every day, is they would go to these leg of goat barbecuing places where they just had like a giant barbecue and they just cooked leg after leg of goat, and you pay like a single price and you just eat all the goat you could. So he brought in a leg of goat one day to work and we barbecued it, and it was like, the leg of lamb's usually like 5-7 pounds, maybe 9 pounds, and legs of goats were smaller, but the one that he brought in was like, oh no, it was like a 10 pounder. It was like comically large. Anyways, we got really drunk at work and we ate a lot of goat that day. I wanted to share that experience with you guys at home. There's also a unique way of eating this, so we'll get to that. But we need to get this thing cooking. That's gonna take the longest time. So we got our bag of meat here. You can poke a hole somewhere to let some of the myoglobin bleed out. Alright, so another very vegan-friendly episode. Really into that lately. It's a large piece of meat. Okay, alright, so we'll pat it dry a little bit, and we are going to stab it in a few places. This is what I want to, you take a knife, stick it through, and I've got some garlic cloves here. I just think this will be fun to just put some garlic in it. So I'm gonna just do that. That seems like a fine amount. 12, 15, something like that. I've got some fresh rosemary here. Fresh, and I guess I could put in quotations because it's not truly fresh. This should probably mince. Here's a knife that my buddy Brad gave me. Thanks, Brad. He found them in a closet. So I'm gonna do one of those. You could stick some rosemary in the hole for fun. At this point, I'm gonna dump the leg into, oh shit! Disaster. Good thing I've got a little bit more. That's what I get for starting this recipe without drinking. It's all over the place. Alright, there's some more rosemary. We're gonna take some olive oil. Kind of just, not like totally dump it all over, but we want to give it an initial rubbing, and then we want to wash our hands. It's kind of gross. And hopefully the rosemary will stick to that a little bit. It's probably all gonna burn off anyways. I feel like I'm putting lawn clippings on it.
Hi.
We need to liberally pepper it, and even more liberally salt it. Like those Republican constituents worry about their public seat in the House. And the other side, remember that it's like 7 pounds of meat, so all that salt's gotta go through the meat. And pepper. Now we can sear the outside on the grill. A trick that might be useful is to use foil to create a handle around the bottom. This will make it easier to grip when it's cooking. So let's go outside. It also looks like a funny hat. Out here we've got our grill on maximum flame. It's been preheating. It's really hot. We're doing this because we're gonna sear this, and like starting the sear at a high heat is gonna create that crust that will like slowly develop as we cook it on indirect heat eventually. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna just put it on there right in the middle. I think it's like 600 degrees. It was 600 before I opened it, so real hot. What we're just gonna do probably like 3 or 4 minutes on each side of the leg. Then we're gonna turn off some burners, create a roasty toasty indirect grill barbecue lamb with flavor. And while it's doing that, well, maybe I should finish searing it first, but I really want to make that watermelon drink. Been a couple minutes here, it's time to flip. I'm gonna try to rotate it without burning anything too badly. Well, we might just do the 2 sides. You can see we got nice charring already. It's gonna be great. I already lost my foil, so maybe that tip wasn't so great. Okay, so it's been another couple minutes to sear the other side. I think I'm gonna open this up and there's gonna be literally fire. Yes, it's literally on fire. So we let it go a little too long in this regard, but that's okay. So we are going to create indirect heat, not being on fire. Indirect heat by turning off the middle burners, but having the outside burners still on. And we will let this roasty toasty for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. Also, it's okay that that is like charred, such as it is, because it's largely fat there, and we'll just be cutting it off. We'll hit it a little bit to break that up. So once we have that indirect heat going, the temperature should drop in the grill. If it doesn't, we'll turn the burners down. But we need to let that cook for a while. So we're gonna go do other things while we let the lamb cook. It's at 500 degrees now, that's too hot. I really didn't grind that up enough. I'm drinking a nice cocktail of a strawberry, watermelon, and pineapple lemonade for the nice weather. It's been a little bit, check some temperatures. We'll just find some place and basically want to check it along the bone, see where we're at. This is a relatively thin part. Looks like we are at probably about 120. It's still going up, but yeah, about 120. We'll try a thicker part. We're much colder. You see how fast it's dropping, so we got a ways to go. That appears barely cooked. So while we're here, we're gonna flip over the lamb to continue, hopefully with somewhat even cooking. There we go. So that's very, very cold. It's only been 20 minutes, so it should be expected. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the center burners on all the way to low, just to make it hotter. Now, I'm gonna hang out with Court.
He lied. He lied.
Alright, so there's probably some missing parts of this episode. Just got busy with other things, but I've tempted the lamb, let it keep cooking. I think I might have overcooked this a little bit, but I kept poking the lamb with a thermometer to get different temperatures, and I got all kinds of different readings, so I'm not really sure what the hell is going on here. But I know it's cooked. It's fully cooked. And I wrapped it in tinfoil in an effort to let it rest and retain some of the juices. About 15 minutes is the amount of time that I did that. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So I got my carving knife here. We'll start up here. This is very, very cooked. So that's definitely well done lamb right there. But I think as we go down, we'll see some different stuff going on. No, I just cooked the whole thing. Well done. Iggy, do you want to live? Well, there's some pig. So if you're not a fan of underdone or like lowerly cooked meats, maybe this is the method for you. I swear to God, Iggy. Okay, so there's our inside shot. So we cooked this. This is kind of a medium well medium. This is a little bit more done than we wanted. Iggy, you know that I want you to shut the f up. You need to stop right now. Lay down. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Please lay down. Go lay down. Yeah, so the inside is less done, but it's still pretty done. We'll keep slicing off pieces. Here's our comically large serving platter. I'm gonna put a bed of greens here. Really, this is the only effect this has is to make it look nicer. I'm just gonna show you an awesome way to eat food. We'll take our leg as it is. We'll bunch up the greens around it. We can take our juice, pour it back on. And because this platter is so large, we can put little sides on the platter as well. You could also add dipping sauces if you're into that kind of thing. Put this here. All right, and the awesome way to eat this was you get yourself a knife and you just cut off pieces of meat. And you take your meat and you use your knife or just your fingers and you just scoop up some of the salsa and you just stuff it in your mouth. And you do it until you've eaten like 3 pounds of meat and you're ready for a night of drinking. So, even though that's a little overcooked, still tastes f***ing great. So, there also should be some footage of Kevin and me whenever he gets here. He's running behind schedule. So, one moment please. That's tabbouleh, you're supposed to use the salsa. You can use whatever you want. Hallelujah now. We're gonna eat this now. So, see you later.
That's how you do it. I worked really hard on this episode. Respect my effort.